Imagine being the ruler of an entire country and having your every move watched. But for Queen Elizabeth I, even her most private moments weren't truly private. See scene. Stick figures representing courtiers gathered outside large bedroom door. In one of history's most extraordinary customs, Elizabeth's nighttime routine was an open secret within her vast court. Guards, servants, and even high-ranking officials would keep watch as the Queen prepared for bed each night. How could such intimate activities be observed by so many people? To answer this question, we need to look back in time to 16th century England and understand the complex dynamics of power and security that dictated Elizabeth's life. The practice wasn't just about surveillance, but also tradition and protocol. By allowing her nighttime routine to be observed, Queen Elizabeth was reinforcing her authority and ensuring her safety in a time when threats were ever present. Join us as we dive into the fascinating world of Elizabethan England, where nothing was more important than maintaining royal dignity and security, even at midnight. Join me today as we delve into the intriguing world of Queen Elizabeth I's private life and explore how she managed to maintain her privacy despite the constant presence of courtiers in her household. To understand this unique aspect of Queen Elizabeth's reign, we must first consider the historical context of late 16th century England. This period was marked by significant political instability and religious turmoil following the Protestant Reformation. The Tudor monarchy had to maintain strict control over court life as well as public opinion, with spies and informants everywhere, monitoring the behaviour of nobles and commoners alike. Elizabeth I herself was cautious about who she trusted, given her own precarious position on the throne. At court during this era, every individual had to adhere to strict etiquette and rules. This included the physical layout of the royal residences, which were designed not only for comfort, but also as symbols of power and control. The Queen's quarters were located within this complex web of social hierarchy and surveillance. Intriguingly, Elizabeth's chambers were often attended by maids-in-waiting, bodyguards, and other court officials, creating what might be seen as an unusual level of transparency for a monarch. In this environment, privacy was not just rare, but also potentially dangerous. By allowing courtiers to witness her daily routines, including sleeping arrangements, Elizabeth effectively demonstrated that she had nothing to hide and maintained complete control over her image and safety. By allowing courtiers to witness her daily routines, including sleeping arrangements, Elizabeth effectively kept herself safe from potential threats and rebellion. This practice was rooted deeply in Tudor court etiquette and political strategy. Courtiers often had limited private space within the palace grounds. By having her sleep witnessed, Elizabeth ensured that no one could secretly enter her chambers to do harm or plant evidence. Elizabeth's nightly routines were an open book, showcasing not only her vulnerability, but also the loyalty of those around her. It was a testament to the strong bond between the monarch and her subjects during her reign. This transparent system also worked as an early warning mechanism against conspiracy plots. If anyone attempted to sabotage the Queen, it would be immediately noticeable by those watching over her. The practice was so entrenched that many courtiers grew accustomed to it and even developed their own nightly rituals around these shared spaces. It became a part of the court's unspoken rules for survival and advancement. Elizabeth's sleeping arrangements were thus not merely about personal safety, but also served as an elaborate performance that shaped political dynamics, ensuring stability and order in her kingdom. Elizabeth stirred from her sleep, the morning dew still hanging heavy in the air. As dawn broke, she began to rise, acknowledging the staff waiting silently by her chamber's entrance. Before leaving her bedchamber for the day, Elizabeth would often light candles carried by maids or other attendants who followed closely behind her. This ensured that no matter how dark it was, there was always someone ready to assist with any needs. One fascinating detail about Elizabeth's routine is the constant presence of mirrors around her chambers and hallways. These were not just for vanity, they reflected light back into darker corners, helping to illuminate passageways and keep the space well lit at all times. Security was another key aspect of Elizabeth's life. Guards would be stationed right outside her windows and doors, ensuring that even when she was in bed or getting ready for the day, there were always eyes watching over her. Elizabeth's daily routines included specific moments where privacy was maintained through carefully choreographed events. Yet, even during these intimate activities like morning washing or drinking tea, there were always witnesses present to ensure her safety and well-being. The hearths in the palace provided another layer of protection for Elizabeth as she moved through her day. Warmth from fires not only comforted but also served as a deterrent against any potential threats, keeping both light and safety present throughout her living spaces. Warmth from fires not only comforted but also served as a deterrent against any potential threats, keeping the Queen and her court safe. Elizabeth's bedroom was grand yet simple compared to her contemporaries. She preferred modesty in her sleep arrangements despite her immense power. One of the most surprising facts about Elizabeth's nightly routine involved checking under the bed for any hidden dangers or intruders. This shows how vigilant everyone had to be at all times in a court filled with intrigue and danger. Elizabeth's nighttime processions were equally elaborate as her daytime appearances. She was often escorted by several attendants and bodyguards, even after hours. This ensured that she remained safe at all times, a necessity given the political climate of the era. Privacy was virtually non-existent for Queen Elizabeth I. Many of her closest advisers and confidants were present during private moments, which included sleep arrangements. This constant presence was as much about security as it was about ensuring no secrets were kept from the monarch. Elizabeth's court operated around the clock. Late-night meetings and discussions were common, highlighting how closely her personal life was intertwined with state affairs. Even while resting, the Queen's advisers would continue planning strategies or discussing important matters that could impact England's future. Even while resting, the Queen's advisers would continue planning strategies or discussing important matters just beyond the threshold. The nightly routine was more than just sleep. It was a silent, watchful state that never fully let down its guard. At night, when all seemed quiet and still, the Queen's security measures remained vigilant, ensuring no threat could come unannounced. The moonlight cast long shadows in her chambers, but there was always someone watching over her. Outside, guards patrolled the perimeter with torches, their movements a rhythmic dance against the backdrop of moonlit stone walls. Each step echoed through the empty corridors and darkened courtyards, a reminder that danger could come from any direction. Inside her chambers, whispers carried between advisers and guards as they exchanged information vital for maintaining the Queen's safety. These late-night conversations were filled with strategies to protect their sovereign while ensuring state affairs continued smoothly under the cover of darkness. Despite the constant watchfulness surrounding her, Queen Elizabeth found moments of peace during these nights when she could contemplate and rest. And the calm that followed each day's chaos allowed her to reflect on past decisions and imagine future possibilities, all while secure within her guarded sanctuary. In this intricate ballet of protection and power, Elizabeth's sleep was both a necessity and a luxury. The court watched over her, not just out of duty but also from a deep sense of loyalty, ensuring that no matter the hour or circumstances, she remained England's unshakable cornerstone until morning light again brought new challenges to face together.